Salutations everyone, and welcome to What Mattered, the show where I tell you what mattered in the news this week. The Nintendo Switch had its reveal March 3rd, $300. It's launching with five games. Five, is that right? Five games. Are any of them Kirby? None of them are Kirby. So, obviously, the big news this week was the Nintendo Switch reveal event. Yesterday, I put out a video of every single new piece of information that they revealed to us in that presentation, but we've learned a few other things, so if you want to check out all that in-depth specific stuff, go ahead and check out that video. Otherwise, we still have some new information and some more things to talk about, of course, with the Switch that's coming out March 3rd. $300 American, a little pricier than what most people were expecting. Some people were expecting as low as $200, which I think was, a bit of a pipe dream. But the console isn't super powerful. I mean, it will boast most games at 1080p, or at least it can. But for instance, Zelda Breath of the Wild, which will be coming out on launch day, that's only going to be running at 900p. So much for a current generation console. Obviously, when you have the console in the portable handheld mode, it will be running games at 720p. So yes, still HD and better than what we had with the gamepad or what we've had with other Nintendo mobile devices, sure. But, it's still at the lower end of the price models and it's small. So it's not going to be as powerful as the Xbox One or the PS4. And even less so in portable mode. They said that the battery life of the console in portable mode will be anywhere between 2.5 and 6.5 hours. Obviously, the more graphic-intensive games, the more power it will suck up. For instance, they said Zelda Breath of the Wild, you'll be able to play for 3 hours before the thing dies on you. But of course, you can always charge it, and we all have all kinds of different ways to mobilely charge the devices. Also, with less power and smaller and cheaper, comes with it, just like with the Wii U, very, very minuscule storage capacity. Just like the Wii U, it will store 32 gigabytes of information, but you can expand that with micro SD cards. So it was a bit underwhelming, especially with the lack of games that they showed, especially the lack of launch titles that the game is going to be having. We know that as of right now, the Nintendo Switch will have 5 games available at launch. Sure, things can always change because it isn't March 3rd yet, but that's less than 2 months away, so things probably aren't going to be changing at all. And there will be 4 more games coming out within the March launch window, so that's a total of 9 games in its launch, which is very lackluster. Maybe it would be amazing, depending on what those 9 games are, though. We're only getting one new IP, the 1-2 Switch, which is, their attempt at a killer app a la Wii Sports. It's not going to be that. Just gimmicky mini games with the tiny little Joy-Con controller. Once again, they're making a lot of the same mistakes that they did with the Wii U. They're going gimmick over games. There's we're sure they're going to take risks, and sometimes those pay off, and sometimes they don't. But with the failure that the Wii U was financially for them, I love my Wii U and a lot of the games that are on it, but it's the games that matter the most. I only have 5 games on the Wii U, and that's why it failed. It had a lack of games, and this launch, as well as with the rest of 2017, doesn't seem very promising. There are a total of 55 confirmed games coming out for the Switch. Obviously, quite a lot of those won't be coming out until towards the end of the year, and many of those won't even be coming out until 2018. Even some of those ports that not a lot of people were excited about because they're just ports, but the fact that we're going to be getting old games way far away in the future is not a lot of reasons to get excited. So let's take a look at every single game that we know is coming out on the Switch. 1-2 Switch, Arcade Archives, ARMS, their new IP, The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth, Blaze Blue, Cube Life Island Survival, Disgaea 5 Complete, Derby Stallion, Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse 2, Dragon Quest X and 11, Dragon Quest Heroes 1 and 2, Skyrim, a 6-year-old game, Farming Simulator, Fast RMX, FIFA, Fire Emblem Warriors, which is still to be announced, and they will have their own Nintendo events about that in a couple of weeks. Has Been Heroes, I Am Setsuna, Just Dance 2017, Zelda Breath of the Wild, Lego City Undercover, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Minecraft Switch Edition, Minecraft Story Mode The Complete Edition, Monster Boy in the Cursed Kingdom, NBA 2K18, The New Frontier Days, Founding Pioneers, Nobunaga's Ambition Sphere of Influence, No More Heroes, whatever that title is going to be, Project Octopath Traveler, which is the new Square Enix game, don't expect that until 2018, Project Sonic 2017, whatever that's supposed to be. We also know, Sonic Mania is supposed to be coming out. Puyo Puyo Tetris, Rayman Legends Definitive Edition, Red Out, Rhyme, Romance of the Three Kingdoms 13, aka Dynasty Warriors, Shin Megami Tensei, that probably won't be coming out till next year, Shovel Knight, Skylanders Imaginators, that's one of the launch titles as well, Splatoon 2, we don't get that till summer, and it doesn't seem like so much of a true sequel as much as they want us to believe. Snipper Clips, Cut It Out Together, Stardew Valley, Steep, Story of Seasons, Super Bomberman R, Super Mario Odyssey, that's coming out in the holidays, Siberia 3, Untitled Steam World Game, Untitled Tales of Game, Ultra Street Fighter 2, The Final Challengers, Xenoblade 2, and Yooka-Laylee. So as you can tell, there weren't a lot of heavy hitters there. No Metroid, no F-Zero, one Sonic, one Link, sure, but as far as like all the IPs that people know and love, they aren't giving them the love, and that's the main mistake that the Wii U had, and the Switch doesn't seem to be deviating away from that and going gimmicks over games. We also know that Nintendo is going for a paid subscription online service for the first time ever. You'll still, without a paid subscription, be able to add friends. You won't be able to play with them, but you can have friends, and you could share screenshots and stuff to social media apps. You'll be able to have access to the eShop, but with the paid subscription, of course, it will be free for the first couple of months, it sounds like. You'll be able to have online play, as well as, exclusive deals, as well as, a free game every month. And I put this like free because they said an NES and a Super NES game every month. And it's like, wow, I can't believe Nintendo would do something like that. They would give us a free, oh no, it's just for that month, and then you have to buy it. So sure, a lot of them are going to get ports, and you could buy Super Mario 3 for the 20th time on the 19th different console, but it's not, they aren't free games. Sure, there'll be exclusive deals, but we know that Nintendo doesn't do very much when it comes to giving us deals when you compare it to what you see on Steam or Xbox Live or PlayStation Plus. It's going to be underwhelming, and the fact that you're going to have to pay for it is a hurdle that they're going to have to get over. The parental controls you don't need a subscription for, and for online voice chat, which it will have enabled for the first time ever, you can only do through a mobile app device. They said this was so you don't have to bring like a gaming headset with you to go on the go. You can just have your cell phone, but once again, they're going gimmick over gameplay here. They're saying that they think that, everyone's going to play this on the go. They're going to travel with it, and they're going to go to, parties and play with the Joy-Con. No, most people are going to have this in the dock at home, playing on their TV. But Nintendo, once again, behind the times in processing power, memory, resolution, battery life, and online capability. And now you're going to have to pay for it. I don't want to sound too down on it, but I'm just being realistic with you guys about the Nintendo Switch. I did pre-order mine, and I do want to play Breath of the Wild. They showed a new Zelda. She looks really cool. It's going to have full voice acting, as well as a new Zelda amiibo. They even showed off a new Link statue, legit looking statue. It looks super cool. That isn't available for pre-order yet. But once again, it all comes down to the games. For me, 5 really good games on the Wii U, that was enough for me. So, maybe that's going to be the same case for the Switch, but I don't think bringing FIFA and a bunch of old games is really going to do it for them. They're going to need exclusivity and a lot of first-party titles. Sure, you can say, well, they kind of rushed this thing. They buried the Wii U and they kind of went with the Switch really quickly. They unveil it almost out of nowhere, from when we heard that they were going to do it to the October reveal. And then they said it's coming out in March. And we just now, almost less than 2 months beforehand, have actually learned legitimate details about the console and the game. So yeah, the games will come. It's just, are they going to be the right games and are there going to be enough of them? In other news that might disappoint you, Scalebound for the Xbox One, a game by Platinum Games, has been cancelled. They gave absolutely zero reason for it. It was first revealed at E3 2014, and then last year they said that it's not coming out holiday 2016, we're bumping it to next year, and now the game's just straight up cancelled. It was supposed to be a co-op adventure action game where you have dragon companions, you can play with friends online, but it's been cancelled. We don't know why, but it ain't happening. There's been some rumors that, Platinum's other games in development might be hitting the bricks as well, but we know that Nier is supposed to be coming out in March. So hopefully that's the last of the bad news coming out of Platinum Games. And we don't even know if they own it or if Microsoft owns it or, what happens. But it's gone. And lastly, Horizon Zero Dawn got its first official story trailer. It comes out on February 28th for the PlayStation 4. They haven't even come out and officially said who's voice acting in the game, which is a little bit weird. And we got to see this trailer. Obviously, there's a lot of voices that we can absolutely tell are in the game, but we got a little bit more information about the actual story. Aloy's tribe was wiped out, and then she's going out to, take her revenge, stop all these evil people. So it's more of a structured story than maybe some people previously thought it would have been, based off of that little bit of gameplay that we did see last year, which was gorgeous, open world, all kinds of different traps and ways that you could hunt these biomechanical monsters. But of course, there had to be a story to it, and it looks beautiful. From the gameplay that we have seen, it looks great. We're obviously going to be seeing some more gameplay footage from the game before it comes out on February 28th. But it looks really good. The story might, have some compelling elements to it. But I think a lot of people are excited about, the different look and the different feel of this game. And I'm excited for it. I'm going to be getting it, and I hope it's really good. Anywho, Blowfish, that is what mattered this week. If you want to know what matters in the future, hit the subscribe button. One of these videos comes out every single Saturday. Hope you all enjoyed. Leave your comments about anything that I mentioned down below, and I'll see you next time.